been so hard with our schedules to get on this Zoom. I feel like it's taking us weeks between your other boat and then this boat. And where are you now?
Where am I? In Villefranche. Anchored up in Villefranche. We've got a gap now between guest trips. So that's why you were like, can we fit it in now? I'm like, yes, now.
Before the guests arrive on board.
Yeah, they come in like 2 days' time.
Okay, that's quite perfect. Okay, I'm so glad. So just because everyone's been asking me continuously now for weeks, is Nina doing your galley? Like, are you guys doing it? When are you doing the video? You have no idea how many messages I got. So we got to fill everybody in that we have been actually working behind the scenes. It's just been very difficult for us to get on the Zoom call and really do this, so it's been a lot of like WhatsApp and
the document sharing where I sent all the list of things. We've been working on that and
it's been weeks of us just sort of going back and forth, and time difference and the schedule, like crazy schedule. I know you've had a job that was like very intense and not really YouTube friendly. So that was also kind of tough.
Yes, I couldn't film on there, so I had to wait till I was on here.
Yeah, so where are you now?
I have started a new role, a new position as one of the rotational head chefs on Motor Yacht Loon. I'm really excited. So that means I can get back to filming. Hey guys, I'm back.
They have their own YouTube channel.
And they even have a dedicated content creator on board. It's crazy.
Every YouTuber's dream to have this kind of setup and being able to have this, like they're doing drone and they're doing all this stuff that you don't have time for.
He's so talented filming. His videography is just,
I'm super excited. So you're back.
I'm back. Yay!
Perfect. This is perfect timing. I know you don't have it all the time because you're like 30 minutes. I'll show you the GA that after all the last notes that you gave me, what we came up with the shipyard, and let's just run over it together. Also to explain to everyone watching what we've been working on. I'm actually thinking if I can pull up the old GA, what was before and after, that may be kind of good. Hold on a second. My screen is shared. Let's go to this one. Can you see that?
Yeah, this was the one that I saw.
So this is sort of how we started out, like way back. And from that point till now, a lot of stuff went in notes and everything, and a lot of your input. It's hilarious because you have no idea how many times I quoted you, like, no, Nina said I have to have this. The artist like,
you gotta think about this.
Well, they were like, we've never done this under 24 meters. That's crazy. Like, what kind of galley are you making? I'm like, I make a semi-professional galley. We don't really need to go through this too much because the layout of this was very sort of preliminary. And so we had the fridge situated, then we had the stove here, and the sink here. This was a dishwasher space, this was drawer fridges, and this was this sort of crazy contraption we had. So a lot of it has changed. The contraption has been changed, and the location stayed, but there are some appliances and things were moved. So as you guys, I can even leave this sort of in the background, and then let's see if we can.
Oh, I'm so excited to see this.
So here we go. You ready? Okay, the reveal. Okay, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, if you approve, it should become our final version. So it's slowly loading in. All right, here we go. Let me just put it a little, this way so you can see a little better. Can you see everything?
Yes.
So there was a lot of movement happen here where we kind of tried to create space. And so you remember that conversation, this whole sitting area here changed, and we actually moved stuff here.
Oh, unbelievable. So the fridge drawers are now over there. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and there's a 30-inch freezer here.
That's perfect.
Yeah, and then these are the fridge drawers as well next to it. So there are two fridge drawers there. So refrigeration-wise, what do you think?
No, I think that's really good because remember I was talking about, I was like, is there anywhere else you can put a freezer? Like, even if it's down in the lazarette or something, but even to have the freezer there, which in my opinion is way better than a chair, it's still remaining open to the fact that you'll have to do reprovisions, 4 or 5 days. Just being comfortable with that will be fine. And also managing expectations of guests and stuff, they can't have a 40 different 40 different aggressive flavor ice cream menu, but you can definitely get at least 10. You know what I mean? And that's fantastic.
10? That's a lot of ice cream.
I reckon you can get 10 in there.
I'm usually like, you can have 5. That's
okay, 5.
10 is luxury. Your standards are like just way up there, obviously, with what you guys are doing. So
it's a big motor. Yeah.
Okay, let me walk you through some stuff that we moved after all these conversations. Instead of having microwave in this little corner, which was kind of up there and sort of annoying, we moved it actually here. It's still a regular microwave. It's not a drawer, but it is down there. These are just storage drawers, cutlery potentially. And then we have this 36-inch fridge here, the double door fridge. A one door fridge? No, I think it's one door. It's Miele fridge.
It's one door, just make sure it hinges that
yeah.
Right way.
It opens this way with the hinges being on the left. And this one opens also with the hinges being on the left.
Perfect.
And then the dishwasher, we went with Hubbard, commercial dishwasher.
Oh, whatever chef or even you, like the crew, are going to be so pleased because such a quick cycle.
Yeah, so it's like a 2-minute cycle. And when we started this conversation, you told me, well, repeat what you said, because that's stuck in my head.
Yeah, if you're gonna have a dishwasher like Miele, a few of the other brands, the quickest cycle they might do is half an hour, maybe 12 minutes. And it actually becomes more effective if you just washing the dishes, but you've got to have your hands free. So having a quicker dishwasher cycle, it's my best friend.
Well, you basically said to me, if you have a commercial dishwasher, you will get a better chef.
Oh my God, I didn't say that.
That is huge because the chef is just going to be happier in terms like you can wash as they go and it makes a huge difference. That's how you explained it to us.
Happy chef, happy captain, happy guests.
It was a huge splurge compared to a regular dishwasher. But after everything you said, I felt like, okay, you're right. It makes sense. We are, for the size of the boat, we are a lot of people. If we are full charter, it would make our lives easier. But it's actually not the only dishwasher I have on board. I was able to squeeze in a small drawer dishwasher up on the top deck, on the
very nice
entertainment area here. So there's going to be drawer dishwasher there, a smaller one, obviously, but I can wash all the glassware from like sundowners, some basic dishes up there, maybe even, just keep some things there. So they don't even have to come down to the galley.
Perfect.
So that's that. The dishwasher is right next to the sink. Oh, look, now we have sizes here, so that's kind of exciting. So yeah, this is 85 centimeter sink. Yeah. This was a big question. We do this in a whole bunch of videos, double sink or single sink. And your advice was?
Single sink. I've got a big single sink here. If you do need a separate container, they'll just grab a plastic container and put it in the sink. But when you're washing big trays, you need that big space to get in there and scrub. There's nothing worse than it like splashing up on you. So excellent choice there.
Yeah, so we got that sink that has that little spit. Actually I can show you the sink that we chose. But it has that kind of a ledge with the special add-ons that you can put in.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love that.
I've been listening. Your input was so huge that I cannot thank you enough. The sink that we chose was this one. The accessories look like that.
I think I want one of those in this galley.
Yeah, it's cool, right? And then the actual sink, it looks like this.
Oh, amazing.
And it has like all these little accessory things. The corners are rounded and the bottom, and they're not straight, which drives me crazy when they're straight. When you cannot get in there and you cannot clean it.
I love the attention to detail.
And no seam, so pretty excited about that. Okay, so you approve. Nina approve. Yes.
Big tip.
Okay, cool. Well, actually, let's just keep going this way, right? So I added a corner waste container here, top loading one from the countertop. Yeah, it's like stainless steel, round little container, and you open up from the top, and that's my plan for the organics. If it's really organics and we're in the area, we can throw it overboard. That's what I'm planning to do.
Exactly. I love that sort of built-in stuff because otherwise you just get like a slops bucket on the floor and it looks so messy and nasty. So Yeah, no, that's really nice and tidy.
And then this whole space here, it's all storage. And there's going to be drawers in the center, and then these two corners have like these corner organizers. You know, they're the shelf, they open and they pull out. Actually, not the round one.
Yeah, you lose space with them.
Yeah, so the ones that I actually really like, and I'll show you in a second.
And you've got cupboards above the sink and the dishwasher.
Yeah, so this here, this whole space right here is just a shorter upper storage. And there was a big decision with that. Do we do sort of this pull out, you know, sort of drawer, like a lower drawers to pull out, or just do the shelves and have them organized? And Rico was very much against doing the pull outs because he said you lose a lot of space when you do these.
Space. Yeah, yeah. And that way, like, the chef can readjust the shelving heights according to what they put in it. So maybe they want to put tall bottles of olive oil on one shelf, and then they'll put spices on the next shelf. So having that adjustable, just plain shelving is great.
Underutilized space in any kitchen are those blind corners where your lesser used kitchen items end up.
Oh my god, that is genius.
You like it?
Yeah, I want that in my kitchen.
Okay, good. Nina approved. I'm so happy. I saw these on a few boats. You know, I do have the advantage of being on board of so many different boats, new boats, and I constantly pick up the NBBL, you know, the new boat build list items constantly. So that list, like, it has to close at some point. And it has to, as somebody suggested, become the NBBL, the new bigger boat build list. but
it's gonna keep going on.
So then this is also upper storage here, the same thing as we have on the other side. Then we have our 5-burner induction cooktop. Then the hood, we have like pretty much a commercial hood, not what you have there, but it's not like a, you know, little pull out simple thing you have like in a condo. This is really like a good hood we have. And then the oven, the 30-inch oven is underneath. The only oven we could fit without it being like freestanding, you know, like it has the legs and the whole thing, that's the 36s. So unfortunately the 30 is all we can have. That's sort of the largest in that space. But
then
we added a steam oven.
Thick.
So
so good.
I'm hoping that that's gonna make up for the other oven.
The thing is like, even if the chef, you know, will have a favorite one, the other one the chef will use potentially as a plate warmer, which I do. So if you're somewhere cold, if you're cruising Alaska or whatever, really important that the plates are hot. So the chef will have them sitting in either of the ovens, just for the fact of having 2 ovens.
Also back up sort of if anything really happens to the other one, and just having that option. So that was part of the reason why we moved all this stuff here, because we really wanted to fit in the steam oven. And then the trash compactor is right here. So the thought was, you know, when we're helping out clearing stuff out of the way, of the chef's way with helping out, you can clean the dishes here and they can go in a dishwasher here. And so it's there. And then all of these are super crazy drawers, like, you know, this sort of heavy duty RV type, you know, drawers that you have on like
I've got them right here.
You have that? No way. Yeah. We're doing this here. So this drawer, which is not going to be accessed all the time for just stuff that's really like maybe some platters and some things you don't use all the time. And it will open from this side. So these chairs are removable. They're loose. These are actually going to be anchored in. And it has like this really cool design on the back of this bar. And this will open this way out, kind of like that, right? So this is all the space. It's really big. And these two will open this way. And they're kind of like a double deep. So you'll have the first access, and then if you need more, you pull them even deeper. And then there's the sort of secondary thing there. And they're pretty large here. So I'm hoping that it will make up for, you know, us really having pantry, only really this area here, the upper one. Yeah. That this could be sort of our pantry, because they're going to be like heavy duty.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic. I love it. And then all that big countertop is fantastic. Do you know what material you're going to do for the countertop yet?
We went with Decton to make it like super durable. Do you know Decton?
I don't know Decton. Is it similar to Korean-ish?
It's much stronger. So you can drop things on it. It's a highly compressed ceramic. So they're really, they're really strong. This area here is a huge countertop space, and this bar is raised about this much.
I remember we were saying like just having that little bit of privacy between, it makes difference.
I think it's about this much, and so plugs are there, you know, to have extra, and then you can actually put something there without everybody seeing it. This part might be Korean, just because we want to shape it, and it kind of has this waterfall. Yeah, waterfall effect. Actually, I have a sample of the countertop.
Ooh.
Right here.
Oh, stunning.
Kind of crazy to ask you this, looking at your fully stainless steel galley you have.
It's not fully stainless steel.
No?
No, the other side isn't, which is good. None of the cupboards are.
Oh, interesting.
Only behind me is stainless steel.
Okay, but the surfaces are, no? Like your work surfaces?
I don't know if you can see.
Oh, no, yeah. Okay, it's not. It's something else. What is that?
Just like Korean.
Korean.
And like not cabinetry.
All right, so we do have a question for you, which has been a little bit of a back and forth with Rico and I. Do we go matte or do we go shiny? Because we can have this surface any way we want.
Are you talking about the surface on the countertop or on the cupboard doors?
No, countertop.
Oh, the countertop. Okay. But in terms of a countertop, I think you could go whatever you want, really. Just be aware, like, it is going to catch your eye if there is a spill or a scratch or a mark or a water print, more so than matte.
What would you do? What is your... Come on. We need a tiebreaker here.
I would have a stainless steel countertop.
Oh.
Yeah, because I put hot pans straight on it.
You can put a hot pan on this?
You can?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
You don't even see my stainless steel. It's so scratched and messed up. Like, this thing is a workhorse. Whereas that is a guest showpiece.
We went to the showroom for Dacton. They had a surface there, same type surface. It was black, actually. And he took a key, you know, just like a regular key, and scratched the shit out of it. And then he poured acetone on top of it, lit it on fire. It was in flames. And then I know, he put it out and then he wiped it off and the surface was perfect. So that's when we were like, okay, I'm convinced. I'm a believer, like this is crazy. So it's like super, super durable. You could like literally cut on it. You can put anything hot on it. So, and wouldn't have it really any scratches.
Still go matte, to be honest. I think I would cover my ass and I'd probably still go matte.
Go matte. Okay, sorry, Rico. Okay, so last but superly important one, and let me know if I'm missing things. The cutting boards. That was kind of a big thing that you said. You know, I never thought that important, but apparently for a chef, that's like, it's like a third arm. It's important to put them in the right place. So
easy, accessible, yeah.
So right now what we set up is over the sink, this top storage is one of the compartments has this sort of dividers like this to be able to put cutting boards in there and, you know, kind of
nice.
tall, because it's pretty tall, this setup. Do you think that's good enough or is it a bad spot?
Double check the measurements. I mean, you can get cutting boards in all different shapes and sizes.
What's a good size of a cutting board?
I mean, I'll show you mine.
Okay. I'm scared. Real scared.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, okay, yeah. That's what I'm kind of thinking.
Get a smaller one, be totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think that location is all right?
Yeah, I think that is great. As long as, remember I was saying, like, chopping boards on countertops, it just looks ugly. So it's fantastic you found a spot to put them.
On this drawer here, I was thinking maybe to do the top drawer spices.
I like looking at my spices this way, not this way. So it all depends on the chef. It really does. Like, for example, all my spice cupboards have always been like this. I'll show you just now. Like this.
Oh, like that. Interesting. Yep. So you don't actually have, so this is kind of, I'm imagining, you know, spice drawer, my spice drawer, it's all these little different things. So you're like, no, I have this huge things and you want to see them this way, not...
It depends on the galley because I buy the spices in a big thing and I decant them all into the exact same size container because you never know, like, where you're traveling, you're going to get the right container to fit in the drawer. But the thing is, like, everyone works so differently where they want stuff, so...
Do you think it's makes more sense to put the cutting boards here where the drawer thing is instead of having the drawers and leaving this upper space for the actual something else pantry related?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. And then these drawers to the side of the oven, like I would have, this drawer is so messy right now. Please don't judge me. But I have this kind of,
Yeah, exactly. That's the thought for this drawer. Exactly the thought. So maybe doing this here. Okay, so that's a good because this is much taller, so you can actually
you can
fit
put a drawer on the top and then chopping boards underneath.
underneath.
Because of my cupboard.
Did I miss anything? I know you have to run.
I would just say, just double check that there's going to be plug sockets in that corner beside the stove, beside the hob, yeah, for kind of, I'll just swing it around for like this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so do you feel like this should always stay out, or does it make sense to just leave them out? This is the corner, this is why I get rid of that microwave, because I felt like this is the corner for that.
A perfect corner for that. It's tucked away out of the guest site. And then in the cupboard above that, that's where the chef, I would put all the baking stuff, all the the cake decorating. So it's kind of like, this is their pastry corner, and it doesn't get, contaminated with any savory stuff.
That's
so it's
great.
all about like locking off areas in the galley. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, great. So if you would look at this galley, where would you want sockets? Right here in this corner.
Yeah.
There, we have some here.
Yeah.
Like we have some in here. Where else do you think?
Maybe in the corner above the corner waste container, because you might have a chef that wants to move the kitchen stand or something, just a backup one.
Put it here as well. I mean, we can also put it here above the dishwasher, because that's all also just it's a countertop as well.
Actually, it might be nice to put one there, and then what could happen is they could have a little tiny shelf up the top where they rest their like phone, their radio, that kind of stuff.
Well,
Cool.
thank you. I'm gonna send you this, and give me your last thoughts and blessing, and then that could be signed and sent off. So there is a chance we might meet up in a few weeks, right? Sort of before the Can Boat Show, and I'm really crossing my fingers. Everyone, please cross your fingers for us, because we really want to meet up in person finally. And I'm hoping that maybe we can do a little collab in person if we get a chance. Maybe on the Loon.
The stars align.
Maybe you can show us your galley in person.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Cool. All right, let's see what we can cook up. Let's stay in touch. I really appreciate you so much. You have no idea. Like you've made this galley so much better. I'm so grateful. Thank you for all the input.
All right.
I'll talk to you later. Have a good charter.
Thank you. See you guys.
Bye.